Hey YouTube, today I'm just going to be going over a little bit of my Korean War stuff. I do almost have a complete kit. All I need is boots. A lot of my stuff isn't in this video right now because it's spread out between my two houses. So, yeah, but let's get to it. Starting off, we have my field gear. We have a M45 pack, upper and lower, both dated 1951. As you can see, they're very packed, as you know they would be in real life back when Korea was going on. Here I have a transitional cartridge belt. It's dated. Dates on the other side. It's dated 43. Here I have a Carlisle bandage pouch with a real Carlisle tin. Carlisle tin, I believe, is actually Korea correct time period. Like, it was manufactured in that time period, so that's nice. Here, hiding out, I have a M1 Garand bayonet. Here you can see it's dated 1943. So that's a nice piece to have. On this side, I have a canteen pouch with a canteen in it. Canteen's dated 1945. Inside of the cartridge belt, I have a full belt of blank fed ammunition for the M1 Garand, or Grand, however you want to say it. And here's the date, 1943. I have M44 suspenders on the pack. Theirs are dated, I think, first year production, so 44. So yeah. Now over here I have undergarments. I have 2 white t-shirts, plus one I would be wearing with the uniform. I do need to get some reproduction World War II socks and underwear for the impression, so that's some of the things I need. And while we're over here, I have my dark shade HBT pants with the correct trouser belt with buckle. These are both reproductions, the belt and pants from at the front. So that's nice. I really enjoy these reproductions. They have the correct 13-star buttons. They have good pocket space. Really comfortable. And not enough good things to say about it so far. Over here I have the top to the HBTs. This is the at the front repro again. As you can see, my size, made in China. I'm a very tall person, so I have to wear big clothing. I'm 6'3" now, so yeah. And they don't make the long sizes. Anyway, and then here I have the shirt, like I said. There's a tag right here, and it's a fake date of 1942, which is really interesting because I didn't know HBTs were out at that time. I thought they were more of a late war thing, but yeah. So anyway, that also has a tag, by the way. Now let's move on to the M43 field jacket. This M43 field jacket is a repro from at the front, and this is what it looks like without the personal items in it, and this is what it looks like with the personal items out. So starting off from the bottom, I have a M51 pile cap. This is probably one of my favorite items I own for Korean War era stuff. This one's got a date that's very interesting. They have a date here of 1963. You can see right there. This is 63 right there. And these are incorrect rations. I just wanted to point that out to anyone that's watching this video as reference. These are not what you want to use for Korea. They were seen very rarely as maybe they were low on C rations, but this was like super rare to see, so please don't use these. These are just to put stuff in my pockets right now until I get some sea rations. The sea rations I have are Vietnam era, and they're not appropriate for the impression. As far as I know, they might be, but from what I know, they had the World War II sea rations. And then another thing that's incorrect here is these gloves. These gloves are from the 80s. They're the correct trigger finger ones, but they're from the 80s. I was in my cabin at Tahoe, and I had those with me. I wore this kit to go take some photos, and I had these just to keep me warm. So these are not an accurate part of the kit, so we're going to go ahead and check those. Up here is where it gets pretty much accurate for the stuff. Oh, this is another just pocket filler. But it is possible that someone would have had this. Maybe a father gave it to him, or a brother that was in World War II that kind of held on to it as a little remembrance or a memory kind of thing for the war. So it is totally possible someone could have carried this. But right now I just have it in there as a, again, placeholder to make my pockets look full. But this is accurate to have, I would assume, because, you know, like I said, a family member could have gave this to them. But this is a July 23rd, 1941 dated soldier's handbook from World War II. It's a very interesting thing to read when you're out on, you know, fire watch or something and you're bored. So, recommend picking one of these up if you're bored and you want to read something out of reenactment. Here, we have a GI-issued sewing kit. This one came from at the front. I believe it's a Red Cross reproduction, but I could be wrong. It might be the GI variant, so don't quote me on that. But good to always have one of these no matter what you're reenacting. Sewing kits are a must because you'll rip and tear your pockets. You'll rip holes in your pants. You're going to be diving a lot. You're going to be really just doing evasive maneuvers to get away from your enemy when in a fighting position. So, like I said, really good to have one of these. Here, I got this at my local antique store. This is just a little flask. A lot of soldiers had these. These are this is just a real plain stainless steel 8-ounce flask. So you can carry one of these around if you want. But yeah, here I have a cigarette tin, a period correct one. I believe this is a period correct one. This is where you can put your cigarettes in. And then here I have a period correct, basically brand new tobacco tin. I don't have a pipe yet. I just have paper towel in there to make it full, like, you know, so it doesn't get dinged up. But I'm gonna get a pipe soon. So yeah, this is a really interesting thing to read too. So there it says velvet. But yeah, so this is gonna conclude